Trey Xavier here. I am here with Frank Fleckenstein. Fleckenstein.
Fleckenstein, yeah.
My
but
bad.
if you would like to pronounce it a different way, you can do that.
Well, I want to get it right.
Okay,
You know.
Fleckenstein would be right.
Fleckenstein. Okay.
What's the coolest piece of gear you have tested this year? It
This
was
year?
obviously way more. There was way more stuff that you tested in comparison to me. So what is your, like? Let's say the pick number one and pick number two.
Okay. Probably the number one coolest surprise was the Quilter Overdrive 200 head.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that video. Right,
It's tiny.
and like
Tiny. Okay,
weighs nothing, right?
It weighs basically nothing. So, like, I have what I consider to be the greatest amp in the world, which is one of these Rev Generator 120s, okay?
Right.
I absolutely love it. But it's fucking big. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, it weighs like it weighs a lot. And I'm not going to haul it to rehearsal every time,
No.
you know. I'm not going to bring it on the road probably. And of course, it's pretty expensive, like we were talking about. Quilter weighs nothing, and it's like, I think it was $550.
That's
And-
insane. Wow.
And it sounded really, really good. It's probably the best sounding solid state amp I've ever played. It's gotta
Right.
be. It sounds kind of like a Mark II C+, which I really like.
I can definitely.
Yeah. You know, and I've been taking it to band practice, and it sounds amazing.
Yeah, it cuts through in the band.
Totally cuts through.
Wow, that's cool.
Number two is got to be the Orange Compressor pedal. It's
Oh,
like a
I haven't seen
really
that one.
full-featured. So I kind of reviewed it in the same review as the Orange Rocker 32,
Right.
which was pretty great. So if I'm going to have a compressor pedal on the board, it has to be the
Really
tits.
good,
You know what I mean? It has to be top-notch, because otherwise, what's the point? Like, it's, you know.
So this one has more like a studio compressor vibe to it because
Yes.
of the controls.
Yeah, that's what I felt
sweet, and
like.
as a pedal. That's cool.
Yeah, there are compressors out there like that, like the
The Keeley.
Cali 76.
Okay.
And I think the Keeley has one, yeah.
Keeley has a cool compressor as
Yeah.
well, yeah.
But they're pretty expensive. And this one
Okay.
was pretty cheap. This one's more like regular ass pedal price.
Wow.
It was
That's
sort of
awesome.
like an in between, I think. You know, there's those super high end ones,
Right.
and then there's like your average pedal compressor, like one or two knobs. And this one's like right there in the middle.
So, what made you start Gear Gods in the first place?
Well, I actually didn't start Gear Gods.
okay.
I got in on the ground floor
Okay.
when it was started. I originally applied to be editor-in-chief,
Right.
but somebody else got the job. But they liked me so much that they invented a position for me. So I was
That's nice. That's kind.
yeah, I was literally a contributing writer for almost a whole year.
Oh,
Until
okay.
I literally, all I did was contribute like a couple articles a month, and that was great. It was just, you know, something to do. At the time, I was a guitar teacher full time, and so I didn't really have time to dedicate to it anyways. I probably would have quit my job if I'd gotten editor-in-chief, but what I started was a greater emphasis on the YouTube channel.
Right.
So originally, when they hired me, they weren't even going to do much on YouTube at all. They were like, well, I don't even know if we'll do a YouTube channel.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, okay. I was like, sure, sounds good, guys. And then, like, I made the very first video that ever went on our YouTube channel, which
Right.
was the very first episode of Rigged with a band called Cormorant.
Right. I've heard the name
just-
before.
Yeah, they're like a really cool, weird black metal band.
Awesome.
And they were actually they're just friends of mine. Like their guitar player used to play bass in my band and all this stuff. And so I know them really well. And they just happened to be in the studio, and I was like, fuck it, I'll go shoot some video.
Awesome.
And so we did an interview and a rig rundown and all this shit, and it was great. You know, didn't really go anywhere, but I got the bug, you know. I wanted to do more videos, and so I think I did the first gear review that we did, and that was the KM7, for which I
Right.
got roasted, like I talked about before.
Right.
But it was still better than the ones that that the other guy tried to do, for which he got roasted completely in every comment. At least some people.
Wow.
I thought they were pretty good, but like people fucking hated them. I don't know why.
It's always
Anyway,
the keyboard
so
warriors
that was
out there.
oh
right?
yeah. Oh yeah. Chris, who's the editor-in-chief before me, got a different job, so the position was wide open, and I'd made myself annoyingly present. So basically by that time I was senior editor, and I already knew how to do everything, and so they couldn't, there was nobody else, it had to be me. So I clawed my way to the top of the 2-person totem pole. Not really. It was just time, So, and I've been doing it ever since. It's been 2 years, I think, for me as editor-in-chief. I still remember going to my very first NAMM and losing my mind at how cool it was.
Exactly.
And now I've been to 4 of them.
And you still like
four
it?
4 winter NAMMs.
For winter
and
NAMMs,
3 summer NAMMs. I love it so much, I go to every summer NAMM. Because I love NAMM. It's fucking stupid. How could I not, I know people who have been going for 25 years. It's the greatest. I don't, people, there are plenty of, jaded, oh, yeah, man, whatever, used to be, it's fucking heaven. It's, for guys like us, it is heaven. Fucking all the gear brands, everywhere. You can touch everything. You can try all the stuff. Artists, people that you don't get to see except once a year. I want it to be 2 weeks long.
Right.
I go for 4 days and I'm running the whole time. I run from one thing to the next. I run. I go in geographical order. I go from I go in the app, I star all the things that I want to do, and then I set it up for geographical order, booth number.
Right.
And I just go shoot a bunch of video, and whoever I get to see on the way, and then I can say hi, and I inevitably get sick, and I'm just down for the count for a week after.
Right.
But I love it. I'm crazy about it. It's stupid how much I love it. Anyway, where was it? Why did we start talking about that?
So then when the old editor-in-chief left, you made yourself very present.
Yeah.
And then you became editor-in-chief.
Yeah. So now I do lots and lots of stuff, everything related to the site, everything from running the day-to-day stuff, writing posts, dealing with interns and our writers and everything, and just making sure the content is good and making sure the content goes up.
That's good.
That's good making sure that there's interesting, informative, fun, wacky, whatever kind of content for our fans, because they're very picky. Because they're smart. We have smart fans.
That's important, actually.
They hold us to a very high standard, I think, because we have a lot of just metalheads in general, metal musicians. You can't be lazy and stupid and be a good metal musician. Metal is fucking hard to play.
Yeah.
It is. And especially progressive metal, which is kind of our niche, lots of prog metal stuff.
Right.
And that's just how, how they think. They're very, they think at a very high level, I think. So, we can't just put up any old bullshit and expect...
Then everybody's going to go along with it.
Because they'll call us out.
No, definitely.
Not just the keyboard warriors. We get the kind of disappointed in you, Trey, for doing this. I'm I can't, I can't be fucking on fire every day.
So
but I still,
they're getting emotional.
Yeah, they're like, this isn't the gear gods I know.
Oh, that stuff as well.
Wow. Well, it's all right. We because like I said, we're very broad.
Right.
We cover lots of different stuff. Everything from a little bit of news, like even just general metal news.
Right.
All the way to I played a guitar underwater, you know, just to see if it was going to work.
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun too.
Yeah, it's wacky. That one actually wound up on TV on
No way.
Yeah, on the Science Channel. There's a TV show called Outrageous Acts of Science, which apparently it was. Yeah.
What are you listening to right now?
Ooh, that is a good one. Honestly, okay, part of the problem is that I do not have a jack for my MP3 player in my car. So I only have CDs. So if I want to listen to something, I have to burn it onto a CD like it's 1997 and listen to it. So I tend to listen to a lot of the same things over and over, or like, you know, I'm pulling from a very small selection. I am addicted to Amaranth. I've said this on several different videos and interviews. I fucking love that band. I can't get enough of them. I've been listening to Maximalism.
Okay.
I've kind of almost worn it out by now. You know? I went back and listened to more Amaranth, older Amaranth. It's all great.
Yeah.
Like every single thing that they've put out is top notch. There's not one week, you know, even the weakest songs on their album are better than just about everything. So super great. And then I love Camelot. I've been listening to a lot of Camelot.
Right.
Yeah. You know, smattering of this and that. Nick Johnston.
Oh, this guy is...
What a freak, right?
Oh, I just like recently bought the second album. Yeah, I don't know. I saw the first time I saw something about him. It's like 6 or 7 months ago. I didn't have him on my map. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then then he released this album, and I was like, wow, I gotta get this. So I bought this, and I also bought like the backing track package because I said I want to figure that stuff out.
Yep.
And he's such a great composer. That's the thing. He plays awesome. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
But if you don't have like a great composition to back it up, there's just a trick, right?
Yeah.
There's just like, okay, I have great skills.
Yeah.
So yeah, Nick Johnston, cool. So we have something in common here.
Well, the thing that impresses me the most about Nick Johnston is his restraint.
Oh yeah.
Because you listen to his playing on the album and stuff, and it's like so tasteful and refined.
Yeah.
And then every once in a while, he just like unleashes the fury, and it's absurd. Like he can play faster and more intricate, interesting stuff that he's improvising,
right, than
most guitar players like work really hard at. And he's always completely relaxed, and like it always sounds so smooth. He's always restrained. He only comes out at the right time for it to happen.
And did you notice that because you see there were a lot of videos of him out there on YouTube performing the same song, and he plays something different, and he builds in something surprisingly every time. It's never the same. He never sticks to the melodies of the album.
Right.
Sometimes he does. Sometimes he plays something completely different.
Yeah.
And this is something that really gets to me, because it's like, wow, how can you be like, he's just so solid. He's just so solid. He just is so in control of what he's doing.
Yeah.
And it pisses me off as well.
Only guitar players would get angry at something being so good.
Yeah.
Because we're like a piece of music being so good, because we're just like jealous, you know?
Exactly. You guys have seen like an increase in people following the channel, people interacting on the website and all that. So what's your word of advice for people who say, okay, I want to do something like that. I want to create content. I want to be, I want to be in that kind of game.
Yes, I do have my number one piece of YouTube advice is one that I have not been able to follow.
Really? Okay.
Which is to focus your content. Okay?
All right.
Think about this. So our channel has 1,000+ videos on it. Okay,
right.
We're all over the place.
Lots
and
of
we're
content.
doing pretty good. Okay,
Right.
we have 70,000 subscribers, which is amazing.
Exactly.
But like, think about like the hot knife guy. Okay.
Okay.
He does one thing. He heats up a knife and he cuts stuff. Okay.
Right.
And he's probably got 1 million subscribers. Like I don't actually know, but all of his videos are like in the millions. Okay. He does one thing. You go to his channel and you're gonna see this one thing. When you're like, man, I really want the satisfaction of seeing somebody cut through a fucking blender with 1,000+ degree knife. You're gonna go to one place,
right.
Okay?
That's true.
And that's why. And there's something about it, right? Whatever. It doesn't necessarily matter what. I mean, it matters what the content is, but
right.
if you're as scattered as we are, it's gonna be a lot less likely that you'll get really engaged subscribers who will watch your videos many times,
Right.
and like be really, you know, not just like the fair weather subscribers, like, oh well, this isn't, you know, he put up a video that I don't like, I'm out of here, you
Right.
know.
Okay.
Somebody who's gonna like really stick with you. Do one thing, do something about it better or different from everyone else. It doesn't have to be that wild, okay? Like, for instance, Keith Merrow didn't have anything that wacky, right? He just had really, really great tones.
That's
okay,
true.
like he
That's
fucking
true.
spent the time to get really great tones for the gear he was demoing.
That is true.
And he, unlike me, like didn't really talk. It was just
No.
like, here's the demo. Just like made it sound good, made it look really good, and he got a ton of subscribers. You know,
That's true.
and he's made a whole career out of it.
That's true.
Just by putting out really high quality stuff. Same with Ola. Ola started out, none of his old videos have him talking at all.
No, he's
he
just
just
playing.
fucking played great music,
Right.
super heavy riffs, and demoed the shit out of every amp and made them
That's
sound
true.
great. So it doesn't have to be this, you know, wacky thing where you're like only play guitar or diving out of an airplane. Just doing one unique thing and sticking to it, because people like characters.
Yeah.
You know, you have some kind of a character, and what makes that character unique and have the character that it does is that they do the same things over and over again.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Keep it simple.
Yeah. Right.
You know?
Don't exaggerate it.
Yeah.
Right.
Let people know what it is that they're gonna get when they go to your channel. You know?
That's good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
Well, Trey,
Well, Frank.
thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
For hanging out.
Yeah. I hope you're having a great time in America while you're here.
Yes. Well, unfortunately, tomorrow my flight goes back to good old Germany.
Sehr schlecht.
Yeah, sehr schlecht. But
That's all right.
yeah, that's all right.
But we got to meet
You got to meet.
here in sunny San Diego,
Exactly.
the old wooden ship.
The old wooden ship in the sunny state.
Yeah. So be sure to check out part 1 of this
Part
interview
1, exactly.
on the Gear Gods channel.
Exactly.
And you're watching part 2 right now on Frank's channel on Gear Couch.
Exactly.
So be sure to subscribe to Frank if you haven't already. Subscribe to Gear Gods.
Subscribe to Gear Gods.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
All right, cool. See you
Okay.
soon.